They play in your face. And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, like, enough is enough. That's why I have other things. I have my TPH brand. I have my mental wellness. I have other things because this industry, if you let it, it'll steal your soul. But I refuse to let that happen.
Yes.
Taraji is finally opening up on what her life has been like since she called out Oprah for underpaying her, and y'all cannot believe the crazy things that she's had to deal with since then. Not only is she still getting underpaid, like she wasn't just on the internet crying about it, but she is now getting blackballed by the same people she called out, and allegedly Oprah is number one on that list. Oprah invested millions of dollars into The Color Purple, and she was on a pace to make massive returns for it till Taraji decided to ruin the film's PR by crying about her salary. Just days after her rant, the film's returns dropped massively, and Oprah was being dragged left and right for being greedy. At the time, Oprah was actually taking it well, but according to recent reports, she was very pissed at Taraji for this mess, and she has been actively blackballing her since then. I mean, when was the last time y'all saw Taraji in a big film or even heard of her? The little bag she had is running low, and word on the street is Oprah doesn't plan to let up on her. Now, if y'all remember, Taraji had Oprah fighting for her life on the internet not too long ago when she exposed her for allegedly paying her crumbs to be in the movie The Color Purple. Taraji said the initial offer Oprah made for her to be in the movie was actually even less than what she ended up getting paid, which was also very low.
As a black woman, you know, we do it with so much grace and get paid half the price of what we're worth. And that becomes difficult. I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, don't apologize.
And then
And
they
it's
tell
so
me we
glamorous,
don't
yes.
translate overseas.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face.
When you see a black woman up here, baby, we jumped hurdles to get here. We fought all the obstacles.
Yes.
Getting paid less than. And we do it with grace. We do it with grace because if we speak up too much, we're considered angry. I'm trying to give you lessons here.
This interview alone was enough for people to start giving Oprah and the entire movie a side eye. But Taraji wasn't done, and she wasn't gonna let anyone silence her. She jumped on an interview with the New York Times and spilled even more tea about the awful working conditions her and her castmates were put through. She said they were given rental cars to drive themselves to and from set every day with little to no regard for their safety. Taraji revealed at the time they were working up to 12 to 16 hours every day, so by the time they were wrapped up filming, they were too exhausted to do anything, especially driving hours back home. And to make matters even worse, since the cars were rented and they were the ones driving it, they were also going to be held liable if any damage happened to the cars. That's thousands of dollars coming out of their pay, which was already not enough. I can't drive myself to set in Atlanta. This is insurance liability. It's dangerous. Now they robbing people. What do I look like taking myself to work by myself in a rental car? So I was like, can I get a driver or security to take me? I'm not asking for the moon. They're like, well, if we do it for you, we got to do it for everybody. We'll do it for everybody. It's stuff like that, stuff I shouldn't have to fight for. I was on the set of Empire fighting for trailers that weren't infested with bugs. Things got so messy that Oprah and Taraji started avoiding each other at events, and of course, people noticed it. As if this wasn't already bad enough to give the movie major bad press, another cast member from the movie called Danielle Brooke also backed up Taraji by going off on the production team for starving them on set and making them use the same trailer. Crazy thing is, while Danielle was saying this, Oprah was also sitting right beside her.
Taraji, as Blitz, our director, says. I mean, I have been watching her from the beginning. And to just have someone just be a guide for us, be our voice box. I remember when we first came in and we were doing rehearsal and they put us all in the same space. Like, we didn't have our own dressing rooms at the time, and they did not give us. Sorry, Miss O. We didn't have no food.
She had no idea.
I heard about it.
Oh, yeah.
And you corrected it for us. You corrected
I called you.
it.
Didn't I call you?
Yes, and I
did.
was like, Miss O, we gotta fix this. And she said, say less. And was it not
And
fixed?
that's what I appreciated, though. You were our voice, because a lot of times, yes, I've done a lot of TV, I've done a lot of films, specifically independent films, but this is my first studio film. So sometimes you do come in just saying, okay, well, I'm going to just take whatever they give me. I'm just happy to be here, you know? But you spoke up for us, and you showed me how to do that. But what I've really enjoyed is your sisterhood is authentic, and it's real. It's not this fake.
Child, did y'all see the look on Oprah's face? Miss Girl was stressed and jumped in to defend herself. This was the final nail in the coffin, and the movie started flopping because now not only was Taraji calling Oprah out, but other cast members were too, which means Taraji didn't just make those things up. Most of it actually did happen. When Oprah saw how bad things were becoming, she was afraid that all this bad promo could possibly ruin the movie's box office gross, and she tried to pull a few PR moves to save it, but it was too late. One of the PR moves she did was to force Taraji into taking back everything she said, and guess what? Taraji did it because she was scared for what her career was going to be like if she refused. I mean, at this point, she was already on Oprah's bad side because Oprah had lost millions because of her. Taraji posted this photo of her and Oprah from the press tour, calling Oprah a beacon of light and praising her for apparently being supportive. Miss Oprah has been nothing less than a steady and solid beacon of light to all of the cast of The Color Purple. She told me personally to reach out to her for anything I needed, and I did. It took one call, one conversation, and one decision-making Black woman to make me feel heard. Oprah also followed it up with a post of her own showering Taraji with praises and inviting her into her sisterhood. But as I said, it was already too late, and people were really not buying any of it. The film initially started off strong by making over $18 million on its first day of release, but after Taraji's rants, it started tanking. According to reports, the movie cost over $100 million to make, with an additional $40 million, but barely broke even. A source who recently spoke exclusively to Media Takeout also revealed that the executive producers at Warner Brothers recently went off on Oprah for allowing Taraji to ruin the film's success with her rants, and they have plans of officially blackballing Taraji to send a strong warning to other Black actors to never try this ever again. The source said executives blame Taraji Henson for derailing the promotional efforts of the film and using it as a selfish opportunity to change her personal narrative as an aging and underpaid actress. But while Taraji is taking some heat, so is Oprah for not controlling the legendary actress. The source added Oprah should have taken Taraji to the side when she noticed she was taking the promotional efforts in a negative space. The Color Purple made less than $12 million in the opening weekend and has to date grossed $58 million. And that gross $58 million number does not go to the studios. One studio executive explained the studio will only get about $24 million. The other half will go to the theater that showed the film. With a budget of $100 million plus marketing, the film has, as of now, lost at least $75 million. The Color Purple was supposed to be the breakout hit for Oprah's Harpo Films studio. Instead, it's turning out to be a pretty huge embarrassment for the studio and Oprah. Now, word on the street is Oprah played it cool in public, but she was actually very upset by what Taraji did, and she has been actively blackballing her since. Apparently, Taraji regrets even speaking up because everyone just moved on from the situation, and she is still getting punished for simply speaking out about something that every Black actor deals with in the hands of these producers. As usual, people had their ish thoughts, like this person who said, Taraji is not the only Black actress underpaid by far. For the movie to flop by that much, that means a lot of people would have boycotted the movie because of Taraji telling us. Oprah is full of it. She's the only one saying everyone boycotted the movie. And we've seen this from Oprah before. Maybe we should boycott Oprah since she gave us the idea. Another person said, as a man, I'm going to say this. I only say it because of Taraji. She did her thing in it. The sad part is Oprah don't care for Blacks at all. Why her white friends not being mistreated like this? How you want to sue Taraji when you're the problem that everyone sees? But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Taraji getting blackballed after the whole Color Purple drama? And do y'all think she really ruined her legacy? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.